We might think that our mind, the thinking part of our brains, is responsible for helping us think things through and solve problems. But our thoughts are not always rational and helpful. The way that we interpret or misinterpret situations can have a huge impact on how we respond in a situation. When we misinterpret a situation, we can react in ways that actually sabotage our relationships or make a problem worse. For example, if someone has an interview coming up for a promotion at their job, it might be difficult for them to not have some expectations or make some assumptions going into the interview. They might assume that they are a shoo-in for the job, or pretty much guaranteed to get the job based on conversations they've had with their manager or based on the number of years they've been at the company. Having this expectation, they may enter into the interview overconfident and underprepared, not having thought about what they will say or what questions they will ask. This could put them at a disadvantage, as other candidates being interviewed may have put more time and effort into their preparation. At the other extreme, someone interviewing for the promotion might assume that there is no way they will get the job. They know someone else is likely a shoo-in for that job and assume they are being offered an interview as a simple courtesy. Having made this assumption, they may have prepared for the interview half-heartedly or have prepared well for the interview, but be overly nervous in the interview, influencing their delivery. The expectations and assumptions each person made before going into the interview may have held them back from actually having a fair chance of getting their promotion. Also, having these expectations or assumptions may have skewed their interpretation of what was happening in the interview. For instance, the first candidate may have missed cues and signs in the interview that there were other well-qualified candidates, or that there was some gap in their experience that the job required. The second candidate may have missed cues and signs that they were being seriously considered for the job, or that some aspect of their experience was a really good fit for the position. Being able to avoid setting these expectations and having these assumptions would have positioned both candidates to be better able to make interpretations during the interview that allowed them to respond effectively in the moment to what was being questioned or mentioned by the person conducting the interview. When possible, working to interpret situations in real time helps us avoid setting limiting expectations or assumptions that may affect how we respond in different situations. During times when an action or response is needed before we have all of the information, we can use the 3 steps to ensure we are acting on helpful expectations and assumptions. Using these skills will help us to be prepared to act in ways we can feel good about now and later on.